a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Robert.
And Charlie. Hey, Robert. Do you want
What's up?
Are you ready to go back?
Back to the Future?
Yes. But actually to the moon. We're going to the moon today. Is that good?
Yeah, that is good indeed. We are going back to the moon today for season 3, episode 24 of, the same name, Back to the Moon, which premiered August 9th, 2016. But before we go any further, Charlie, did the postman bring us any post?
Hey, Mr. Postman, bring me a post. Bring me the post I love the most.
Postman brought us a fuck ton of posts this week.
Like, so much post. I think I'm gonna save... Let me see how long each one is, and I'm gonna save something for next week. Oh my god! We just got another email today! I didn't even notice that. I already had 3 in here. Why don't I just do the first 2? So our first email is from Libby. They say, hello! Greetings, Robert and Charlie. I'm definitely excited that I finally got the courage to send an email to you. I really hope this gets on the podcast. Well, it's here. It's on the podcast.
Lib, you say your full name and you're 14. You're 13 and 3/4. Don't do that. Don't give us your full name. Even if you like us, we're strangers on the internet. Also, you're 13. Why are you listening to this podcast?
Yeah, we don't need your full government name and your location and all of these things. But we appreciate the fan mail, of course.
It also hurts me to realize that 13 is considered Gen Z still. Like 13, I think that's the last cutoff. I think Libby here is at the end of Gen Z.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Good luck, Libby. So I'm gonna skip your little intro here just because, but it says, I listened to your podcast not long after getting into the show, kinda a Gen Z fan, and only recently got into this. But I just wanted to tell you that I think about the recent announcement of the SU spinoff. Ooh, we're so excited too. Now, I agree with you about Peridot, and yes, I love that little green bean, but I have quite a lot of favorites due to the huge amount of different characters. My favorite overall gem is, of course, Peridot, followed closely by Amethyst, because she's too relatable to me. I haven't actually fully watched the show. Fuck Netflix for having the last 2 seasons of the, I'm assuming this means original show. But my favorite fusion is Sardonyx, followed closely by Smoky Quartz, Rainbow Quartz 2.0, and Sunstone. I mean, those are all the Steven fusions. So I understand. Steven is the best one. Now, when I heard that Lars was getting his own spinoff, I fangirled excitedly. I understand how people think Lars is overrated, but they're stupid. I'm sorry, I just love how you worded that.
13 years old, Charlie.
But they are stupid. Lars is my pink boy and he deserves better. Anyway, this thing is crazy long and I don't want to waste y'all time podcasting. Hopefully I'll send another one of these. Yeah, I actually didn't know that Lars was overrated. I didn't know that. Do I partake in fandom culture for Steven Universe? Not the wider fandom. I mostly talk about it with close friends. So I don't actually know what most other people think about some of these things. Like, I didn't know that people thought Lars was overrated or anything. I personally am like, I love that we're getting Lars content because really his stuff could go anywhere in any direction, and he just kind of left the planet and went back to space pirating. So I also want to know if he's still gonna bake. Like, I want to know what he's gonna do with his life. I'm so intrigued. But yes, why is this almost 14-year-old listening to us and our dirty potty mouths on the internet?
We say the word fuck a lot.
Just a little bit. Now I'm gonna watch what I say. No, I'm not.
No, you're
Not
not.
at all. Absolutely not. Robert, you want to take the next one? It's a bit shorter.
All right, and then this other one we have is from Mr. Bergs, who says, "Hi, I'm a big fan of your guys' podcast, and if you guys read this, it would make me really happy. But anyways, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on fry bits or pizza. Sorry for using the word guys a lot. So fry bits, very good. I love little
Bits are
small crunchy
amazing.
beans.
Fry bits are everything.
Pizza, I like pizza very much.
I love pizza.
What I get on my pizza kind of just depends on the day.
That's fair.
I'm usually a like pepperoni kind of person, but sometimes I'll be like, hey, let me get some like onions and peppers and sausage or something.
I'm definitely more on the boring side of my pizza. I am a cheese or pepperoni, sometimes sausage, sometimes beef, but like I don't get very experimental otherwise. Yeah, but I do love pizza and I do love fry bits. Now I'm hungry again. I literally just had dinner.
I haven't had dinner yet.
Well, everyone, let's make Robert even more hungry.
Thank you for sending us emails. We really appreciate that. We have a few more that we're going to save for next week, aka the finale of season 3, which is fucking wild that we're already there.
Yep.
But for now, if you want to keep sending us emails, that will be thebitssupod@gmail.com.
Please do. Please send us more things. Ask us more questions. Send us the things that you like.
Without further ado, we got to get back to that moon. So the episode picks up right where the last one left off, where Stephen, Amethyst, and Peridot are returning from the beta kindergarten, and they see the 5 rubies that we saw last in Hit the Diamond. They are back from looking on Neptune for Jasper.
I love that, like, last time it was just like, wait, what the heck's going on? And like, I mean, we go right into it because this was all released in the same Stephen bomb and everything. So you didn't actually have to wait, but like, goddamn, it's so annoying to have to wait to record these sometimes. Because I'm like, oh my god, wait, what? What's happening? So the rubies are all in little water bubbles. Thank you, Lapis. And we're like, okay, what do we do with them? Why are they here? What do they want? And it's funny that like the gang doesn't know what they want because they were literally looking for Jasper before. And I guess they looked around all of Neptune and every single other planet in the entire solar system. Goddamn. Did they check the sun as well?
Maybe. Can gems survive on the sun? I guess they are mainly... How hot can a gem withstand? Because like garnet, for example, can swim in lava, but the surface of the sun is significantly hotter than lava.
I feel like if any gem could survive the sun, it's garnet or bismuth. But otherwise, I have no idea. I am not a gemologist. I'm not into gemology. Robert is clearly not paying attention because I just very much said wrong things, and they did not make any comment.
No, I just let you dig your own grave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Here's a shovel.
Oh, this is also when we figure out that Stephen has names for all the rubies. We have Leggy, Army, Navy, Eyeball, and Doc.
Doc, I 100% I'm calling right now, is just a reference to the 7 dwarves.
Well, abso-fucking-lutely, because it's like, what are you gonna call, like, middle of chest gem?
Booby, but they don't have boobs, so you know.
It's either that or like heart or like just
hardy,
chest,
chesty,
breastbone.
You have to remember there's a whole gimmick with the names that it ends with E. It's Leggy, Army, Navy. Well, Eyeball doesn't have that gimmick.
Yeah, they don't really work.
No. So one by one, we take them, because like Lapis has them all suspended in water bubbles. One by one, we unbubble them to be like, okay, what do you know? And everyone has different ways of responding, which is really funny. Leggy doesn't know why they return, and she's like, I'm just going to go over there because I don't know. Army responds with violence. And
Garnet has to like hold her under her arm like, oh, just no.
Navy is going to tell the gems, but then she forgets and she just like gets nervous and retreats. Eyeball refuses to just not state any reason why. And so when they ask Doc is like, hey, the rubies were back here to Earth to search for Jasper because we realize now you fucking tricked us.
Yeah, you guys are so mean. Where's Jasper? And then everybody is just like, oh shit, what do we do? And suddenly Amethyst, she's right there. She's right off the bat. She has disguised herself and she nails her deception check. She's like, what up? I'm right here, guys. I'm purple, but I'm Jasper. Totally.
Yeah.
Jaspers are purple now.
And I mean, it works because the rubies, they're fooled. They're excited to see her. I love how I believe Eyeball's the one who goes up to her and like does a salute, right?
Yes. Eyeball is the biggest fangirl of all of them.
Yeah.
And
She goes up to Amethyst and does a salute. And Amethyst, again, none of the gems know the salute, which is wild considering they fought against the fucking like homeworld army.
Wouldn't. Amethyst specifically wouldn't know the salute because she wasn't around for it. So there's a difference there. Like Garnet would, but would choose not to.
Garnet would and Pearl would for obvious reasons. You're right. Amethyst wouldn't know it. I forgot about that. They just, because of how old they all are, and it's not that much of a difference in time. It kind of is, but it isn't. I just keep I just keep like combining the crystal gems all in like one time frame in my mind.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But I do love that they're like, oh, wait, there's something different about you. They've never actually met Jasper before. They've only heard stories. Eyeball like spouts off, oh, like you came out of the Earth's crust with your helmet on, took down 80 crystal gems in one whole day. It was awesome. And why do you look like that? Oh, it's the sun. Don't worry about it. I got a tan from the sun. That's...
Curse you, sun.
Yes, curse this planet. I love how every time Jasper Amethyst says something, all of the other rubies join in. They're like, curse the planet. They all kick the ground. I'm obsessed with them.
So they're here, but they're like, hey, Jasper, we have to take you back to Homeworld to like, bring you back so you can file a report to Yellow Diamond. And and Amethyst is like, no, I have to stay here and like keep the crystal gems here prisoner. And I love how they all just start a slow golf clap.
Yeah, because they're just like, oh, that's such a noble cause. Like, I can't believe you would do this for like, fighting the crystal gems. This was your purpose and everything. That was your diamond. But she needs to tell the diamond. She needs to tell Yellow that she's not coming back. She needs an official report. We need paperwork, guys. We can't not fill out the paperwork.
We can't not fill out the paperwork, indeed. I love how clerical the whole vibe of Homeworld is.
Yeah. And where do we fill out the paperwork and send this message off to? The closest diamond base, which is the moon. Oh my goodness.
I love specifically how Eyeball's like, it's over there, because like no one knows that it's called a moon.
Yeah, but it's the moon. And Amethyst is like, I can't hold this all the way to the moon. What the hell? No. But she's like, okay, I can do this. It's okay, guys, I can do this. I gotta bring my prisoners with me. So they all go into the Ruby spaceship, except for Lapis and Peridot, who are like, we're not gonna be prisoners. Bye.
Peridot holding on to Lapis's arm like that and be like, no, we're not going. I'm like, something LGBT is happening. Gay, exactly.
Gay. This is gay shit.
100%. I love how, they get into the ship and Steven's like, oh wow, it's bigger on the inside. I thought it'd be more cramped. I'm like, is that a Doctor Who reference?
Is it? Is this Doctor Who? Huh?
It's bigger on the inside.
I know. I understand this, Robert. I have seen Doctor Who.
No, you haven't.
I just want to know if Rebecca Sugar was specifically referencing Doctor Who.
I guess we'll find out in the trivia section.
Right? I do love it, though, that it, like, is the tiniest little thing, and they do all fit in there.
Yeah.
It's even tinier than its TARDIS.
Initially, they want Jasper, quote unquote, to drive them to the moon to, like, pilot the ship, and Amethyst has to quickly think on her feet, and she's like, actually, I want you to sit in my lap and drive and like pilot the ship to the moon, because I'm like tired.
She's never driven a gem warship anywhere, and plus this is even more advanced technology than even Pearl has seen, so it's like Amethyst has no fucking clue what she's doing.
It's absolutely bonkers, my guy.
So let somebody else do it. More importantly than that, it is Doc who's the one sitting in her lap, and when she puts Doc in her lap, Eyeball is like in the corner and a tear just falls down her eye, like her cheek, and I'm obsessed. I love this. It's so cute. Also, this is where the gems are called the crystal germs. Did you notice that, Robert? They are the crystal germs.
Germs. We are the crystal germs. Yeah, they probably got those germs from Earth.
Pearl is really doing too much to like sell the whole they're prisoners thing. One of the rubies actually wants to like throw her out the airlock, so they need to chill out with all that. But Amethyst is doing all right. She's holding her form. They make it to the diamond base, and hey, look, who do they immediately see?
Pink Diamond.
They look at the form of Pink Diamond on the wall, and Eyeball. Okay, because we've definitely had Pearl do this before with the like using her gem as like a flashlight. No,
Yeah.
Eyeball is doing it too. I want to know if every gem can do this.
Probably.
Like, please, I want more gems to just use their gems as flashlights because it's so helpful.
100%. Did you clock that when Eyeball says that's Pink Diamond, it instantly, like, it shows Pink Diamond, the shape, it shows the like mural art, whatever, of Pink Diamond on the wall, and then a split second later it instantly cuts to Steven, and then it cuts back to like a group shot. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I see that. I see what you did there.
I mean, you know, on a first watch when you don't know all of that stuff, you're like, oh, this is like Steven, like, remember, this is Steven's point of view. We need to see what his reaction is because he just learned that his mom fucking killed her. So, yeah. I mean, well, did they actually use the word shatter before? I feel like this episode might be the first time that they say she shattered her.
Did they use shatter in the
kindergarten episode, whichever one that was? The beta?
Well, maybe in beta. Didn't they use the word shatter in Bismuth?
I mean, like, they did in Bismuth, but they didn't talk about like
what
Pink Diamonds.
No, and like Pink Diamond.
I just meant, like, did they use the word shatter for like what Rose did to Pink Diamonds? You know, what Jasper said before they poofed her? That's what I'm thinking of. But otherwise, it is funny how Amethyst is just like, no, don't make me tell the story. I'm too messed up about it. Like, because, I mean, Jasper is. That's her diamond. That's her original diamond and everything. So Eyeball tells the story like, I was there when Rose Quartz shattered her. I gotta stop doing these voices.
I was there when Rose Quartz shattered her.
But yeah, she basically tells them the whole story of like the war a little bit and how like all the gems on Earth end up being made for this war. Even, you know, they had to fight the rebellion and everything. And Steven is just like, my mom would never shatter someone. I mean, he says she would never shatter someone, but you know what he's thinking inside. He's like, no, that's my mom. That's me. Kind of, you know, he's his mom. She would never shatter someone.
And I love that look, that zoom up look we get on Amethyst's face. And she has this look of like, dude, don't ask, dude. Just like, dude, shut up.
More importantly, did you notice Pearl? Did you notice Pearl in this scene?
Oh, I did.
Because she's doing the thing. This is the start of it really happening. Because we get her covering her mouth. And every time after this, it definitely becomes more and more prevalent.
Yeah.
Because this is the season when they bring up the Pink Diamond thing. A few episodes ago, I should say. So they finally get to the top of this like million stairs staircase. And oh my goodness, look who destroyed the whole thing. It was the crystal gems. You remember that, Robert? We were all there. They destroyed it.
We were all there. Yep.
Amethyst briefly has to take a break. And the rubies are like, hey, we got to take you home.
Yeah. And then, boom, extra smart thinking from Amethyst, who's like, actually, because it's Eyeball again, she talks to you, right?
Yes.
Actually, Eyeball, I'm going to task you with going back to Homeworld and writing that report for me.
I trust you, soldier. And it's adorable. The light in her eyes as she's looking up at her. So the rubies are like, okay, fine. You have this mission. You have to do it. We're going to go back in the ship. And it is really weird how the rubies all get back into the ship and the crystal gems are just like sitting there for a second. They like don't get in the ship with them because obviously they need to go back to Earth. What was the plan? Were they not going to get in the ship? I feel like it's unclear. But as soon as the ship closes, Amethyst turns around. She's like, okay, I'm done.
Ooh.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
She's sweating, which is crazy for a light construct.
And they're like chatting and they're about to be like, okay, well, how are we getting home? And then the rubies open up the ship again to be like, hey, you guys want to ride home? Wait a minute. I love how Amethyst is like, I'm Jasper. And they're like, no, we've been tricked again.
No, they've been tricked. And they fuse into the giant ruby, mega ruby, if you will. And they're like, we won't let you trick us again. And Steven, we love this boy. He's like, hey, if you're gonna fight, take it outside. Opens the airlock. This is when we enter the horror territory. We have a good guest on for next time. Don't you worry about that, guys.
Next time on Steven Universe. Holy shit, they're in space.
I hate the vacuum of space. Just need y'all to know it.
Out of all the terrifying things in the world, that's probably the most terrifying for me.
Absolutely. So Ruby turns around and is like, oh no, I'm being sucked out. But she's holding on, and then Sardonyx comes out with her big hammer, and she goes whoomp, and Mega Ruby is gone into all of the other rubies, and they start flying out, and one of them pulls on Steven for a split second, and he's going out the airlock. And the last thing he sees is Sardonyx, little Amethyst on her shoulder, and they're screaming for Steven. And that's the end of the episode.
I can't.
Did I mention Steven still doesn't have shoes? He hasn't had shoes on for this entire episode.
Nope.
He's walking on the fucking moon with no shoes on. Talk about a giant step for mankind. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Charlie.
Should we go to the Crystal Temple?
For some Crystal Temple trivia.
This episode's name was first revealed in the episode listing on the Cartoon Network website as Back to, as in the number 2, the Moon, Part 3.
Have we been to the moon 3 times?
I think it's because this was like part of a Steven bomb or something. So it might have been like it's been a minute since we recorded the other ones, but I think we might have had a part 1 and a part 2 already in the other ones. So that's why this is part 3 of the Steven bomb, perhaps.
While pretending to be Jasper, Amethyst attempts to explain the discrepancy in her appearance as being caused by a tan from an Earth's sun, which the rubies believe immediately. This could be a reference to the real-life phenomenon of tenebrusence in minerals, which results in their hue temporarily or permanently intensifying or changing when exposed to UV light. That being said, neither Amethyst nor Jasper minerals are known to exhibit these phenomena in real life. And now it's time for cultural references.
As Lapis Lazuli gets Leggy out of her water sphere, she says, Leggy, come on down. This is a reference to the signature line of the game show, The Price is Right, apparently. Oh, here we go, Robert.
When Eyeball talks to Amethyst thinking she is Jasper, she tells Jasper that she popped out of the ground with her helmet on. This could be a reference to the Greek myth of the goddess Athena, who was born fully armed from Zeus's forehead.
We love it. We love the reference. Oh my god, we have another fucking reference! The one-eyed Ruby Fusion saying that they wouldn't let the crystal gems trick them again is a reference to the Cyclops who is tricked by Odysseus in the Odyssey by Homer. And guess fucking what, my dudes?
We got a double reference, my guy.
It is also possibly a reference to the Cyclops from the Sea of Monsters in the Percy Jackson series, the same one from the Odyssey, who was tricked again by the demigod Percy Jackson and his friends.
Holy shit. One of the rubies is given the name Doc, the name of the de facto dwarf leader of Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Eyeball said that Jasper is the Facet 9 kindergarten quartz that could, which is a reference to the children's book, The Little Engine That Could.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite section, but particularly Charlie's.
Continuity?
This episode continues from where Earthlings left off.
The Crystal Gems previously visited the moon in It Could Have Been Great.
Sardonyx returns since her brief appearance in Friendship.
The Homeworld Rubies, Doc, Army, Navy, Eyeball, and Leggy appear again since their debut in Hit the Diamond.
Amethyst displays the physical strain placed on the body when holding a shapeshifted form for an extended period of time that she warned Steven of in Steven's birthday.
Flashbacks from this episode are shown in A Single Pale Rose.
Pearl covered her mouth when details surrounding Pink Diamond's shattering are brought up since Rose's scabbard was shown in this episode. However, the first time this was shown as an unpreventable physical reaction was in Gemcation. Charlie, who's getting our Pearl points?
Okay. So my little guy instincts would give it to someone who I would never give it to in the next episode. But in this episode, I'm tempted to say Eyeball.
Eyeball's such an innocent small being. What are you talking about? They
in this episode alone, and no other episode, and it's just because of the Amethyst Jasper thing going on there. But also, Amethyst is the real MVP in this episode.
100%.
Like, straight up, she's doing this even though it is straining her. She uses all of her fucking spell slots. She, gets a nat 20s on her deception checks here, or maybe the reviews are just really that dumb. But I think I'm going to give it to Amethyst pretending to be Jasper. Not a little guy. That is a very big guy.
That is the opposite of the little guy. I want to give it to... I'm giving it to Pearl for holding it together and like clasping her hands around her mouth, and we know why, but no one else knows why.
Yep, we know why.
And now time for the question.
Shit. What did we do in this episode again?
We went to the moon. Hey, would you go to the moon?
Would you want to be barefoot on the moon?
If I'm pretty sure if you're barefoot on the moon, that's death. That's like instant death. Because there's no way you get there's no way to get a seal around your feet like that. TM, I guess.
Once again, I want to know how all of these gem places are airtight, because Steven obviously does need air to breathe, as we see. So I have so many questions.
So many questions indeed.
But this is a cartoon, so there must be a little bit of shenaniganery going on.
Shenaniganery. Don't ever say that word again in your entire life.
I will forever say it.
Damn. Weird.
For my entire life. Question.
Right. Did we come up with a question?
No, we did not. I literally did not come up with a question.
How would you handle someone coming back into your life that you need to get rid of? For me, it'd be murder. Classic, simple. It's only a crime. It's only a crime if you get caught.
I think it really depends on the situation specifically. That's such an open-ended question for me, Robert. Also, I'm autistic, so I can't just answer something like that without more details.
That's all the details you get.
Yeah, no, that's situational, man. I feel like there are ways to get rid of people that are not murder.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
Don't worry, I'm catching Robert in the act.
You can't catch me in the act.
I will. I'm coming back there, Robert. I'm gonna catch you.
Rip. Please, no. Spare me. But Charlie, thank you for making a podcast with me.
Thank you for making a podcast with me, Robert. And hey, fuck fascists.
Fuck fascists. We haven't said that in a while. And as always, if every podcast were perfect,
we wouldn't have the bits.
Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at thebitssupod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our dime line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/thebitsu. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about Steven Universe, or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Steven's Room, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with Steven in some way. No promises.
You can check out our merch store, The Bits SU, on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie, me, or if you cannot do that or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. It really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with Ray called Of the Eldest Gods, where we talk about the mythology book series by Rick Riordan, starting with Percy Jackson. I also co-host a podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. If you want to hear more from me, check out my YouTube channel, also called the Damn Meme page, where I make videos mainly about Percy Jackson, but also sometimes other fun stuff. If you want to find me elsewhere in the podcast verse, you can also tune into my podcast, The Pit Crew, a show dedicated to dissecting the HBO Max medical drama, The Pit. The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Burn Before Reading, a podcast about literature, where your hosts, Christina and Leela, cringe about writing.
I'm Christina Kahn. And I'm Leela Hilton,
And this is Burn Before Reading,
the podcast about shiterature.
We're here to examine the terrible writing we did when we were younger.
Like that school project you were really proud of.
Or that poem you wrote when you got dumped.
Well, how about that apology letter you wrote to your mom when you got into that fight?
Or the song you recorded before you knew how to write music.
Okay, don't at me. And we're here to talk about other cringy literary topics along the way.
Like the Library of Alexandria.
And Dewey Decimal.
His name was Melville Dewey.
Oh, well, do we want to get the clips rolling?
I don't think I ever recovered from this in terms of being cool.
Why did I say any of this?
I do like the drama.
So there is actually quite a bit to unpack here.
Oh, all this drama was so addictive as a teenager.
There's no punctuation to it. I'll start with that.
I actually have no memory of this.
There were so many lies that I was telling it.
It's not terrible.
No one really taught me how to write a good short story.
That was a journey.
Listen to Burn Before Reading
Every Wednesday, wherever pods are cast.
Dave X Media.